What's up, guys? Ryan Reynolds here, and I am so excited to launch a brand new script that I think is going to take off and make your job a lot simpler. Now, this comes with 10 years of experience of writing scripts, 10 plus years of experience writing scripts, and messing up and working with agents and doing role play and trying to figure out what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, what flows right, what's the right order, how to get rid of objections before they happen. And I'm going to explain that script, and you're going to really like it and kind of see why it works. Now, after I'm done with the script explaining how it all works, we're going to show you a live call with some edits and some titles that's broken down. You can follow the script live. You can see it me do a presentation with a 71-year-old, which is a great way to start because they has a lot of medications. I go through how to search those, how to do the medical underwrite, explain it with titles. So you're gonna be very, very excited about this. But the script I call it is the simple rush freestyle. Now, the reason why I call it the rush freestyle is because I want you guys to realize, don't read it word for word. You got to put your own personality and spin on it. So use it as a guide. You want to take this script and read it out loud, not to yourself in your head, but out loud, probably about 100 times. And we really want to focus on our tone. So our tone tells the personality. We'll kind of go over that a little bit later, but keep in mind, we have to have the right perspective. If the perspective is that I just spent a bunch of money on leads and I really need a sale, you're going to come off needy. Okay. The perspective you have to be is like, you got to pretend like you're an actor and pretend that you're getting paid per hour, right? Like in a call center, regardless if you get a yes or no, that the results are the same. You have to be in that perspective. You can't care about the sale, but you have to believe in the product and you have to be able to call people out on it. Now these products are no-brainer products. For, a fraction of 3% of someone's income, they can hedge their bets. So we have two options. We can spend 100% of our money on our future plans, right? That's called investing, or buying the nice new house or the car or the TV. That's spending towards the future. But if we die, that future stops. So we can hedge our bets and say, hey, I'm going to put 97% of my money towards the future and 3% I'm going to hedge my bets so that if I die, all those future plans for my family still happen. It's a no-brainer. So you have to believe in insurance, get in that perspective. Stop getting in the needy, I need money, and stop caring about yourself, care about the product, don't care about the results of yes or no's. Be proud of yourself for the fact that you're putting in work every day, dialing the phone, setting your goals of 400 rings per day, and you're definitely going to make money by doing that. Okay, so without further ado, let's go over the rush freestyle. Oh, forgot about it. So that's the freestyle part. The simple part. This is all one page. This covers all topics on one page. It's universal, so it covers final expense, mortgage protection, life insurance. It covers face-to-face. It covers remote. It covers one call closes. It covers set appointments. So it's all blended into one script. So you don't have to have 5 different scripts you're trying to memorize. Just remember this one. It will be universal. It covers live transfers. So this covers it all in one script, simplified, and 10 years experience. I'm excited to show it to you guys. Let's check it out. Okay. Going to desktop here. So go to training and links. We're going to scroll down to scripts and forms right here. And let's open this thing up. And bada boom, bada bing. And we're going to go through this thing. So it's 3 pages long. We got the simple rush freestyle. We have the important protection notice that you need to read to your clients to stop your chargebacks. Not doing this is costing you probably $20,000 a year. So make sure you're reading this notice to your client every single time and stopping your chargebacks. And then below here, we have something for free leads, which is a no-brainer. Okay, so you need to be getting free leads. Every single presentation we get costs about $100 to present. So if I buy a $5 lead, that gets me 20 leads. Maybe I talk to 5 people, the other 15 don't answer. The 15 tell me to buzz off. Maybe out of those 5, 4 of them don't let me get through a whole presentation, but 1 lets me present to the end to get a yes or no. Okay, if I buy a $50 lead, I might only talk to 1 of those people. So I get 2 of them, only 1 lets me present. Okay, so it doesn't matter the lead cost. It's an average about $100 per presentation. Let's say I get a live transfer. It's $100 a chance to present, right? So if you're not asking for free leads, referrals, which are the best type, you've already built up the trust. It came from someone that they know. It's kind of like taking a $100 bill out of your pocket and lighting on a fire every single time. Okay, so start utilizing this and you will start making some more money. So let's go through it. All right, so this is the opening. Why are you calling, right? Every single time you call somebody, you got to let them know why you're calling. Now, this is written in a way of me doing role play with a lot of up and coming agents that I think it's so simple to the point, it can be universal. And I like how direct it is right away. Now, I don't like to say, hey, Bob, and wait with a question mark, because that means I'm a telemarketer and I don't know them. So I always pretend like I know them right off the bat, and it's opening up for an objection. So if I go, hey, Bob, yeah, who's this? That's a question I could have avoided. Hey, Bob, this is Ryan. You want to get rid of them asking questions, so just go right into it. Hey, Bob, this is Ryan. I'm not a telemarketer. Bam. What's the reason why we hang up so often? Because people think we're telemarketers. So just within literally 5 seconds, I got rid of the objection of who is this, and I just told them I'm not a telemarketer. Now, some people like to say, don't hang up, I'm not a telemarketer. Why say don't hang up? Don't say that. Don't hang up means I'm needy, I want something. Okay, remember, we don't want to be in the perspective that we need something. These guys ask for our help. We're just the paid supervisors to get them the information. So pretend like you're paid per hour, regardless if you get a yes or no, be in that perspective. Okay, so don't hang up. That's not something someone, like, they don't care. If you hung up, you're the one that asked me to call you, right? So just get rid of the don't hang up and just go, hey, Bob, this is Ryan. I'm not a telemarketer. I'm getting back to you on some final expense information you requested. Fill in the blank. I'm getting back to you on some state-regulated final expense information you requested. Okay. I'm getting back to you on some mortgage protection information you requested. I'm getting back to you on some life insurance information you requested. I like to put put a lot of emphasis on you, right? So, hey, Bob, this is Ryan. I'm not a telemarketer. I'm getting back to you on some life insurance information that you requested. Okay. A while back, you either A or B. A while back, you clicked on an ad that talked about leaving your family some tax-free income if you were to pass away. This is a second sentence for them to remember what you're talking about. Sometimes if you only say one sentence and you stop here and you start verifying information, you're getting them to ask questions. What's this about? You went too fast. So the second sentence is describing how you got in touch with them. It's letting them know what action they took, right? So let's try one more time. Hey, Bob, this is Ryan. I'm not a telemarketer. I'm just getting back to you on some mortgage protection information that you requested. A while back, you filled out a mailer that talked about leaving your family some tax-free income if you were to pass away. That's it. Nice and simple. Hey, Jesse, this is Ryan. I'm not a telemarketer. I'm getting back to you on some life insurance information that you requested. Looks like a while back you clicked on an ad. It talked about leaving your family some tax-free income if you were to pass away. I just got to verify some quick info here. Got your birthday is this. I got your address is this, right? So anything you have on the lead to verify that you know them, you want to do at this point. Okay, so this first part's pretty self-explanatory. Trust. Okay, so whether if it's a one-call close, you're just going right into it. All right, go ahead and grab a pen and paper. We're going to go ahead and take care of this right now. Let me know when you're ready, right? You never want to, if you're doing a one-call close, never mention time. Okay, don't tell them like, hey, this only takes 10 minutes, or ask them, do you have 10 minutes? If you ask them if they have time, every single time they're going to say, no, I don't have time. So don't ask them, and don't bring up how long it's going to take. You're just opening yourself up for more rebuttals. Just say, hey, you asked for this information. We're taking care of this right now. Go grab a pen and paper. Let me know when you're ready. Hey, my name's Ryan Reynolds. My license number is 1234567. Okay, so it's that simple. Okay, so now they have their information. I always text my clients. If you don't want to text them, if you don't want to text them, that's okay. But I always text my clients during this part. Grab a pen and paper. Let me know when you're ready. And this gives me time while they're getting the piece of paper to go ahead and text over my license to them. And when I get to this part, I'm like, okay, write down my name. Go ahead and write down my license number. And now check your phone. You should have a copy of my license that was texted over to you from the Department of Insurance for Arizona, for Oklahoma, for Connecticut. Okay. So have all your licenses saved in your notes in your phone that you can quickly just copy and paste and send over to them. And I always put a link to the Department of Insurance for that state. So I'm like, it says my license, and then there's a link at the top to look me up if they want to. Okay. There's that part. All right. Find the need, right? We should never, ever, 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 we should never, ever give options until we found the need. There's no reason to do that. This is why your chargebacks are happening, right? You don't, it's not sold until you find out what the problem is, and then you're the solution to that problem. And I want you guys to know that this is loose. It says freestyle. So as you're watching and training and watching live role plays on my YouTube channel with all the top agents across the country, and you're picking up little need questions that they ask, add this to your notes, right? So you can add in all kinds of need questions. But the key is, we don't want to make statements. We want to approach this with curiosity. What's the problem? What's the problem? What is the problem? If they die, what's the problem that's going to occur? What's the problem, right? So you're always curious. You're asking why questions. You're not making statements like, hey, so you definitely have to get this in place because you never know what tomorrow may bring. And if you die, your family's definitely going to be in a hard spot. So let's definitely get this in place today. That's a statement. I said we want to engage with some questions, right? So why'd you fill out the form? Pause. Give them time to answer. Sometimes they're short answers. Sometimes they're long answers. Why'd you fill out the form? Why do we have an appointment today? Right? First one. Who are you trying to protect? If they have no one they're trying to protect, there's no point in having an appointment, right? All right. Make sure that if there's a husband and a wife, okay, that they're both required to be on the phone. Okay. Now I know sometimes you can present to just the husband. What I've noticed in my years of experience, if I close the husband and the wife's not there, then I'm leaving it up to the husband to explain life insurance and the value of it to the wife. Has he watched this video? Has he got his license? Has he done all the boot camps? Has he been training? Does he have a mentor to talk to? He doesn't know how to express the value of life insurance to his wife, and then it turns into a chargeback. So if you want to eliminate chargebacks, make sure you have the wife and the husband on the phone. And if you don't, make sure you reschedule. Second thing that can happen is a rebuttal that's very hard to come back from. And I probably made this mistake 100 times. It's just the husband. Okay, you're the decision maker, right? You can definitely make decisions today. Oh, 100%. Okay, so when we get to the end, you can make a decision, right? Yeah. And then the husband goes, yes, I'm definitely have to talk to the wife about this. Yeah, I don't make any decisions. Well, you just said earlier you can make decisions. Yeah, I know, but it's my wife, and this is a financial decision. There's just no way to get around it. So my recommendation, I know there's some people out there that like to present to just a one-legger. I don't recommend it. I always reschedule. And if I do set an appointment, I'm very stern about, hey, both parties need to be there or else we can't do the appointment. So can you make sure your wife knows about this since I'm talking to you, Henry? Yes, right? I'm asking questions. Yes or no questions. Yes, you can do that. Great. When can you let her know by? I'll do it today, right? So I'm asking direct questions, calls to actions. So who are you trying to protect? Let's say I'm talking to the husband. My wife. Oh, okay, Sally. What's her name? Sally. All right. Is Sally available? She needs to be on the phone, or we can't do the appointment. Yeah. Let me. It's okay. You can just give me the information. Like I said, she is required to be there since you guys are married. So just go ahead and put me on. Go grab her real quick, and we'll wrap this up. Okay. Go get her. So I just say she's required to be here, right? I can't do the appointment without her, right? All right. So then, if you have two parties, like if it's a son and a dad, or it's a husband and wife, then you want to ask it to each party. So let's just say we had a person like Jill and Jack. Jill and Jack, we'll make it nice and easy. So I'd say, Jill, if you died yesterday, how much income is Jack losing today? Ooh, direct in the spot, right? And then you can start filling out the financial inventory or the suitability form, which I like to call it. And you can have $40,000. Oh, so he would lose $40,000. That's how much you're making per year about? Yeah. Now, Jack, if you died yesterday and you weren't here today, so you got in a car crash yesterday and you didn't come home from work because of that, how much income is Jill going to be losing? And he goes, 60,000. Okay, so 60,000. Okay, now I'm writing this on my financial inventory. And then how would that affect you, Jack? If you lost that 40,000, how would that affect you? Maybe they say, oh, it wouldn't affect me that much, or whatever the case. And they go, oh, that really put me in a hard spot. Okay, and then how would that affect you, Jill? If you lost Jack's income of the 60K, how would that affect you? Gotcha. All right, now, Jack, if you got sick, right? Or let's just say you're sick, you got cancer, or you got disabled, like you in a car crash or something, you couldn't go to work. What are you going to do then? Right? What's your plan now? What are you going to do? What's your plan right now you have in place? Okay, these are really good calls to action. So let's just say you're dead and you're not here today. You don't have this coverage in place. What's your plan? What's your plan for Jill? What's your plan? Jack, what's your plan? Right? So you're asking both of them questions. Okay. Now, every once in a while, you're going to get some people who go, we'd probably be fine. We'd probably be okay if Jack's 60,000 went by. She could probably get by. Maybe Jack's saying that about Jill. Or maybe Jill says that, I'd probably be okay. Usually it's the husband say the wife's going to be okay. So this is a great rebuttal that you can say to kind of put it in their face. And like, so Jack, okay, you're saying Jill's going to be okay without your income of 60K. Okay. So let's just say, Jack, that you don't die, right? You're alive. Everything's good today, but your income drops by 60,000 today. Maybe your boss fired you. Maybe you got a decrease in your salary. You're saying that your income dropped by 60 grand because right now you're making 100 grand. It drops by $60,000. You're saying that wouldn't be stressful to you at all because you're the only one that's ever told me that. Can you help me understand that? Throws it back in their face, right? Because you're the only one that's ever told me that. These are great lines that you want to put to your client because we're herd mentality. We all want to be part of a group. That's why there's trends and all this other kind of stuff. So if you hear that line, you're like, oh, I'm the oddball out, right? Can you help me understand that? Because you're the only one that's ever said that losing 60 grand. I mean, me personally, if I lost 10 grand, I'd be tripping out. That's a big pay cut. 10 grand's a lot. Now you're saying 60 grand cut in pay wouldn't stress you out at all? Wouldn't it affect you at all? Well, I guess it might. Why wouldn't some tax-free income help you out in this situation? Well, I guess it would. Now, Jack, is this something you'd want to put in place for Jill if we find something in your budget? I know this line's really good because, you could say, is this something you'd want to put in place? And what are they going to say? Well, if it fits in my budget, right? So we're trying to get rid of that objection before it happens because we're controlling the conversation, right? So Jack, is this something you want to put in place for Jill if we find something in your budget? Now, Jill, is this something you'd want to put in place for Jack if we find something in your budget? If we're getting a no right here, you just saved yourself some time, right? Nah, not really. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you filled out this form for no reason at all, but to waste our time because you don't want protection. Do I have that right? Yeah, you had that right. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Hey, do me a favor and don't waste anybody's time anymore going forward. Sound fair? Sounds fair. Okay. Because you have nothing to sell. This tells you if you should proceed or not in this first section. It weeds them out. All right, correct me if I'm wrong, but sounds like what you're saying is this is a perfect line. It shows you're paying attention, and this gives you an opportunity to play it out, right? You can actually embellish. So maybe they're not saying a lot of different words. Maybe it's a father or son, right? And you go, hey, so you trying to protect? Oh, my kid. How would your son be affected? He would be in a tougher spot financially, right? And then he just says those simple things. So I'd say something like this. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Bob, but it sounds like what you're saying is your son's probably the most important person in your life, right? Just like probably my son is my most important person. I'm guessing your son is too. Are they right? Yeah. So you love him so much and he's going to be devastated if something happens to his dad. And you being the good father that you are, you want to make sure that you have a plan B that no matter if you live forever or if something happens to you, that your son's set up financially because you love him so much, give him some tax-free money, as long as we find something in the budget. Do I have that right? You have that. Perfect. All right. Now, Jack, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like what you're saying is you do realize that, losing 60 grand is going to be pretty stressful on Jill. You're obviously a good husband, just like, most husbands are. And otherwise we wouldn't be having this appointment today. And you love your wife and you want to make sure you have a backup plan for a small percentage of the income you're bringing in monthly, about 3% you're sacrificing to make sure that, hey, if things go according to plan, great. If things don't go according to plan, I pass away tomorrow, hit by a car, my wife's okay and she's not going to be struggling financially because you love her. Do I have that right? So you can embellish that part. All right, referrals. This is the one, guys. $100 per presentation. So why are we not taking advantage of it? Okay, getting good at this and getting comfortable with it is like taking $100 bills out of your pocket and lighting them on fire. These are the easiest appointments to set once you get them. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's pretty cool. Okay. So generic question. So, hey, how long you been in the area for? This just opens up the door, right? You're doing remote. Oh, great. Nice. Awesome. You got family nearby? How do you get to see them? Do you see your family like on the weekends, brothers, sisters, mom, dads? This just sounds generic, right? It doesn't sound like you're fishing for referrals, but you're getting information. So let's just say Jack goes, oh yeah, I got 2 brothers. Oh, nice. They nearby? Oh yeah. How do you get to see them? Okay. You're like, oh, so I write down 2 brothers. What about sisters? You got any sisters over there? Yeah, sisters. Okay. I got 1 sister. Gotcha. Okay. Now, what do you do for work? You have to ask this anyways on the medical form, but now it just feels like you're having some smooth talk and trying to get to know them a little bit better. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So, oh, you work at a restaurant. Awesome. The cool part about working at a restaurant is, you always have coworkers and stuff. I remember when I worked at a restaurant, now I'm relating to them, right? I'm doing this one. When I worked at a restaurant, the best part was when we got off work, we got to go out afterwards for drinks. Do you ever do that with your coworkers? Oh yeah, I go out with like 4 of them. Oh, nice. Nice family has 4 friends. Oh yeah, who is your favorite 4 that you typically go out with? Oh, Jill and Jack. Oh, sorry, those are ones we're doing already. Bob and Mary and Logan and Sarah. That's my crew. So you're writing this stuff down. Now I just found out they have 2 brothers, 1 sister, and 4 coworkers that I can potentially get leads from, right? And then you just generically go into this one. Oh, nice. So when you're not working at the restaurant, what do you do for fun when you're off work? I know for me in Arizona, it's getting hot, so we're in the pool all the time. What about you? What do you guys typically do? Oh, I go golf with my friends. Do you ever go like with the people from the restaurant or you got like a different golfing crew? Oh yeah, I go with my golfing crew, Billy and John. Oh, Billy and John. Gotcha. Okay. Billy and John. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm not the best golfer, right? So you're relating to them again. But I'd like to get better. I just need to get out on the course more. I just get too busy with work, Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So right there, I just found 9 different potential leads, and I'll explain how to get those later down the road. So real easy transition. And after this appointment, you get to watch, again, a live presentation with an older fellow that he was retired, so I couldn't do this one in recreation. He said he wanted to go he just walks by himself. But I got a lot of family ones, which is good. So again, kids, all that kind of stuff. These are all free leads, and not doing it's costing you thousands of dollars. Okay. All right, Bob. Well, that's awesome. So, hey, what I do, right? You're getting right into it again. You're just picking up the conversation. This is a perfect place for it. So what I do is I'm a national broker. So I shop every A-rated carrier nationwide for the lowest cost, ask you some medical questions, and kind of based off your age and health, that's going to tell me what you qualify for. Now, keep in mind, Bob, it's the cheapest it's going to be right now because as we get older, it gets more expensive. Does that make sense? Okay. That's how you do that line. I'll do it one more time. Does that make sense is a really important line that you want to be asking several times throughout your presentation because it draws the attention back to you. Okay. And if you trail on for too long, they stop listening to what you're saying. So a little reset to drag that attention back to you is to say, does that make sense? So we'll do it one more time. So, hey, Bob, what I do is I'm a national broker. I'm going to shop every A-rated company nationwide for the lowest cost. I'll ask you some medical questions, and then kind of based off your age and health, we'll see what you qualify for. Just kind of keep in mind that it is the cheapest it's ever going to be right now because as we get older, it gets more expensive. Does that make sense? Perfect. Okay. The dreaded think about it. So for a while, I was using in the telesales, hey, we got to qualify you first. And now I want to get rid of that because then it has people just want to fill out, a form to qualify, and then they don't want to give their banking information because they think they're just going to qualify first. So this really gets rid of the think about it. And since I've been using it, I haven't gotten anyone that says they want to think about it. They either say yes or no, and it saves me a lot of time. Or a lot of times I have these think about it and I have to follow up with them. And then a lot of times they don't answer and it's just a waste of time. So this is very direct and clean. I think you guys will like it a lot. All right, now, Bob, all the programs I'm about to go over with you, they're on a voluntary basis. So this means if you see a need for it, like most applicants do, then what we'll do is see if we can get you approved for it today. Does that make sense? Pause. They go, yeah, it makes sense. On the other hand, if you don't want to protect your wife, Sarah, then what we're simply going to do is fill out an office report card and close your file. Either way, we simply need you to make a decision today if you want to get a policy or not, as it's unfair because of demand for us to make additional appointments for every client, especially since you get to pick a plan that fits your budget. Does that sound fair? That sounds fair. Any questions or concerns on this? Okay, so I'm doing a lot of pausing so that if they have some questions or concerns, we can answer them right then and there. Okay. Now, when you pick a plan today, the insurance companies are going to need three things to qualify you. They're going to need a driver's license to check criminal background, a social check prescription records, and a bank account to obviously pay for the policy, and a check for fraud to make sure no one's taking out a policy in your name. Any questions or concerns on this? Okay. Another way to do that is now when you do pick a plan today, I don't need this now, but later when you do pick out the plan in your budget, the insurance company is going to ask for three things. They're going to ask for a driver's license, check criminal background, a social check prescription records, and a bank account to obviously pay for the policy, and a check for fraud and make sure no one's taking out a policy in your name. So any questions or concerns on this? Very direct, very clear. Now, if they have any, go, whoa, later on, oh, why do I have to give my bank account? Like we went over earlier, to obviously pay for the policy, Bob, right? So now we're doing on you're picking a plan today or you're not, right? We're not doing any of this qualify first or maybe we'll see or you have 30 days to think on it. It's, hey, we're getting it done today or we're closing out your file. It's very direct. Then we fill out the medical form, which is available on FFL Rush as well. If you just go to training links, and we'll go over one of those real quick. Let me open up the medical form. And we start filling out name, age, income we've already gotten in the script. We know their occupation from the script. Beneficiary we know from the script. We need to get the contingent, height and weight, smoker, yes or no. And this is a really important part that you guys have to do every single time. Otherwise, clients are going to lie to you. Now, Bob, I need you to be honest with me about your medical history because they are going to check it today. And if anything doesn't match your prescriptions or what you told me, then it goes as a decline on your records for lying. And then it makes it a lot harder to get a policy, down the road, okay, in the future. So can you be honest with me about everything today? Yes. Okay. It's a perfect way to set it up. You have to do something like that because you're going to find clients that for some reason think you're the underwriter and you're the one making the decisions and then they can lie to you. So you need to scare them. Hey, I need you to be honest today so we can find the plans that most likely will get approved. The insurance company is going to check this stuff. If they catch that you are lying, it goes on your record as a decline for lying. Okay. So make sure you're as honest as possible so we can put you in the right plans that most likely will get approved. Okay. All right. What prescriptions have you been on? Are you currently on? Like if they pull your prescription record, what's currently on it right now that you take? Okay. Now they do see the last 9 years, every prescription that was ever sent to the pharmacy, regardless if you picked it up or took it, they just see a prescription was sent to the pharmacy. So what are your prescriptions for the last 9 years that you stopped taking that was sent to the pharmacy besides temporary stuff? Okay. If you're doing mortgage protection, you fill this one out. If you're doing another one, you skip it. Debt. Okay. Do you have any outstanding debt? Credit card debt? Do you have like big credit card bills right now? Student loan debt? Any of that kind of debt out there? And just ask it like that. You can set that up later to do reduce their debt. How much are you paying for that debt a month? Right. So if they're paying $600 a month for debt, now I can reduce it down, from 600 to like $200, which is pretty cool. Life insurance. What life insurance do you have in place? Okay, do you have anything that acts like life insurance? It's just finding your annuities, like a 401k, savings account, any of that kind of stuff. And you ask the medical questions. Any COVID last year, last 10 years, any blood pressure, heart attack, stent, congestive heart failure, bypass, pacemaker, regular heartbeat? No. Any angina, cancer, stroke, oxygen, inhalers for asthma, COPD? No. Any diabetes pills, insulin, diabetic neuropathy, HIV, AIDS, liver disease, kidney disease? No. Any hepatitis C, lupus, bipolar, mental disorders, or PTSD? No. Any pain management, nerve pain, addictions, or drugs, or alcohol, felonies, or DUIs? No. Currently collecting disability? No. Okay. Any surgeries or hospitalizations in the last 10 years? And you're just writing all these in your notes. And this is a really good one you guys can use too for obligated max coverage. Just how you can really build it up. So let's just say someone says they have a $300,000 work policy. First of all, you can say, hey, work policies we don't consider because the work controls it. And if you ever leave work or if you get sick like cancer and you can't go to work, that policy is now dropped. So we're only talking about private coverage today because we need to cover all your bases. That's one way you can do it, or you can tell a story, which I said on other podcasts. But this is how you do obligated MAC coverage. Just say I had 300,000. All right, cool. So you have 300,000 of a work policy. Great. We're going to go through the obligated max coverage. That's my job today. It's an acronym called LIFE, L-I-F-E. L stands for loans. Okay. So what car loans do you have right now? Okay. 30,000. What about your student loans? 100,000. What about your credit card debt? You said earlier was 40K. And then what's your house? 400K. Okay. I stands for income. How much income do you right now? I know you make about 100,000 a year, and we need to replace your income for your family so they can have time to adjust for 3 to 5 years. What do you want to do? 4 years. Okay. So we'll do 4 years. That's 400,000. And then final expense stands for covering your final expenses. You need a minimum of 30,000 for that, especially at your age, because prices of inflation, it doubles every 20 years. So, and right now with inflation going up as quick as it is, it might be every 15. So it's kind of crazy. So we'll do 30,000 final expense. And then you got 2 little kids. You want to go to college? Yeah. Okay. We're definitely need about 150,000 for that for each of those guys. So we got 300K for the kids. Okay, so just add this up. I got 4, 8. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 12, 15. Looks like we need about 1.580 in life insurance, and you said you only have 300,000 through work, so we're missing quite a bit, right, to be fully covered. Is that making sense? So this is a great way that we can increase and show them that they need, more coverage than what they have. Okay. And then here's a good line. This is from Paul McLean. I do something a little bit different now, but it's a great line. Hey, we can't make decision today because we don't know if you're going to qualify. But if you were to qualify, which one of these do you think would make the most sense based off protection and affordability? And then you shut up. So, okay. So we're going to go back to the script. Give the options, medical form, give the options, and be quiet. Super important that once you give the options, even if it's 10 minutes of silence, you are the last person to talk. You have to give them time to think. And I know it's awkward, but in their heads, they're having a big conversation. So just give them time to think, give the options and shut up because they're thinking about it. Okay. It might be 10 minutes. Just be quiet. Okay. Fill out the app and then stop your cancels. No brainer. So you text, I always text them my contact. I have a picture of me and my phone in my contact on my iPhone with my address. It says life insurance broker, in the title. It has my email address in there, and I always text it to my client every single time right here. And then I text them. I go, hey, open that up, save it in your phone right now. Let me know when that's done. They go, it's done. Cool. I'm texting you over this protection notice that I have to read to you. I'm obligated to do that. And then I text over this insurance protection notice, read it to them. All right, so I'm obligated to read this to you. Insurance protection notice. If any sales rep, agent from another company suggests that you cancel, replace, cash in, or discontinue your life, mortgage protection, or final expense policy, please be very cautious of any future replacement attempt. What to look for. Okay, on the phone, the agent tells you their supervisor or manager needs to check the work for review. No one will call you to service this policy except for the licensed agent, licensed field underwriter that gave you this form, which is myself. So just know I'm the only one that will contact you about this policy. Agent tells you that you should cancel your policy and go with their company for a lower premium. That's not possible. I'm a national broker. So we already shopped everything. So if they're saying it's lower, it's because it's a different type of plan. Maybe it's a shorter term. Maybe in 5 years, the price goes up. Maybe it's an accidental. Maybe it doesn't have all the riders. So just be kind of cautious and know you can reach out to me because I'm your guy for life. Okay. I'm not going anywhere. That's why I wanted you to save my number. Anything you need at all, you give me a call. Agent tells you they're from a lender or bank and they can offer you a better deal. Lenders and banks do lending. You have to go through insurance brokers, medical underwriters like myself in order to get insurance. So be cautious of that. Someone tells you that. Always ask for the agent's life insurance license. Agents should always provide their license during the appointment, which we did earlier. So glad you have that. You can always confirm the insurance license number with the Department of Insurance. Just Google, look up insurance agent in your state and type in their state license number and or national producer number. While replacement may be beneficial, you can always confirm, all right, while replacement may be beneficial, There are many reasons a cancellation and replacement may not be in your best interest, and you need to have all the facts. This notice is for your awareness. Okay. So you text that over. That is going to stop your chargebacks, guys, like immensely. When I wasn't doing this telemarketing wise, I was probably getting like 20% chargebacks, it seemed like. It was crazy. And then as soon as I did this, it went down to 5%. So the only thing I changed was making sure I was reading this notice. And what it's doing is it's putting up a wall around your policy. So when anyone else contacts them to sell it, they're all freaking out and cautious because you just read them the important protection notice, right? So they're not going to talk to anyone else. You're going to save a lot of business doing this every single time. Please do not skip this step. It's going to stop the chargeback, stop the roll-ups. It's super important to do. Okay. All right. This is the best part, the referrals. Get good at this, guys. And I will show you in the next video how I do a live referral thing. I actually got 2. It was pretty cool. So just get in the habit of this. You're going to get better as you go. I just made the script like a week ago. So I'm going to get better as we go to share ideas with each other. But it's pretty cool. So you just go like this. Hey, congratulations, by the way, you got approved. You are a member now of Family First Life. Pretty awesome company. And what's cool about it is our members, our friends of their friends and family, they get a free needs analysis for their friends and family, which is pretty cool. So what we do is we specialize in debt reduction, life insurance, final expense, mortgage protection, retirement planning, and guaranteed income protection, which is pretty cool. So I know you mentioned your brother. What was his name? John. What's his number? Write it down. And your sister's name? What's her number? And this one's name? What's their number? And this one's name? What's the number? That's all it is. So I'll go over it one more time. Hey, and by the way, congratulations on getting approved. You're actually a member now. So when I'm like waiting for it to come be approved, this is when I'm doing this. All right, we're waiting for this to get approved. And then I'm texting them this stuff right here. Hey, congratulations, you're a member now. So you get the free needs analysis for friends and family, which is really cool. And the nice part is the needs analysis, we specialize in so much stuff. So we do debt reduction, we do life insurance, final expense, mortgage protection, retirement planning, guaranteed income, annuities. I mean, you name it, we do it all. And the free needs analysis costs them nothing, just information. If they want to get a plan, great. If they don't want to get a plan, great. But at least they get that needs analysis for free. So what was your sister's name? What was her number? What's your brother's name? What's her number? Okay. And that's how we're going through it. All right, guys. So that's it. That's the script. Pretty exciting, right? So what's it do? It covers every topic. It gets rid of all the objections up front. You're finding the need with some great power questions. You're getting free referrals and you're stopping your chargebacks. So you're increasing your ROI with the script and it's universal. You can use it face-to-face, use it any kind of lead type, remote, whatever you want to do. Hope you guys enjoy it. Check out the next video for a live approach. Hey, Henry.
You're early.
I'm a little early, about 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You were my last one of the day, so I figured I'd knock it out. Get off early and have some dinner with the family, right?
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. Well, we're doing just an appointment with just you today. It sounds like you want to just do it with just you?
Yeah, because I remortgaged, so I'd be the only one on the mortgage and not the wife, because we've been separated for 5 years now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, let me just verify some quick info, and while I'm doing that, can you grab a pen and paper so we can knock this out?
Yeah, I got a pen and paper right now.
You are an ace. I love it. Right on top of it. All right. So we got Henry and then 442.
No problem.
71 years young, right?
71 years young. Yeah. Soon to be 72.
Well, hey, we want to be 71 today because it's cheaper and it's 72.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. True.
And then your loan amount's 200,000. Is that a home equity line or is that the total loan amount?
That's the total loan amount.
Okay. And then let me give you my if on that piece of paper, write down my name real quick. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. I got that in your company phone number.
Yeah, that's write down my cell. It's 480-330-9573. Well, you got it on a piece of paper. And then also
I got it.
Write down my national producer number too, okay?
All right.
I
got that on your card.
Oh, on the text message?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we got that out of the way. All right. So why did you fill out the form? What are we looking to achieve today?
Because Lindsay had said she had been trying to contact me, and then they sent out the form and I filled it out. I guess what you're offering is pretty good, but I don't know what the price is.
Yeah, you get to decide on the price. So we kind of figure that all out together, and I just kind of keep designing it till it finds one that works for you. Okay.
All right.
But who are you trying to protect? Let's say something happened to you yesterday. Who would you want your house going to?
My two sons.
Two sons. Okay. What was their names?
Yeah. The middle son is Jesse, and then it's Shane.
Okay, we got Jesse and Shane. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if are you retired right now?
Yes, I am.
Retired. Okay. And then how much income would go away if something happened to you? How much you bringing in a year, you think?
I bring in a year, you're saying?
Yeah, about a year estimate.
All right, hang on. 74.
About 26,000. Okay. Gotcha. And then what's your monthly mortgage payment on the house right now?
Right now it's well, the new one or the old one?
Oh, the new one.
It's going to be 1,387.
387.
And that's including, I believe, the tax. I'm not sure.
Yeah, PITI, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, all that stuff in one, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then what's the house appraised for?
The house was appraised for 300,000.
300,000. Oh, nice. So you got about 100 grand in equity in it right now, right?
Yeah. Right.
Now, the kids, do they live nearby?
They live in Litchfield, which is probably about 20-minute drive from here.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you'd want to leave that growing asset, that 100 grand, and obviously it's gonna be more down the road to your sons instead of the bank, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So how long you been out in the area for? A long time?
Oh, a long time. Yeah. I've been I was raised in Goffstown, which is probably let's see, from here, a half-hour ride. And I left when I got out of the service. I moved to Manchester because at the time it was more exciting to live in than Goffstown. Didn't have anything. Manchester had clubs, theaters. So
nice.
But,
so it's
been roughly my whole life between Goffstown and Manchester.
So you probably got some family nearby then, right?
Yeah, my brothers and sisters. I got one brother that lives in Penardville, where we were born, and then I've got a sister that lives in Goffstown. I got one that lives in Bedford, and then one moved to Florida.
Oh wow! So you got 3 sisters and 1 brother, huh?
Yeah, there were 5 of us.
Nice big family. You get to see them often?
No, I don't actually. I was kind of a misfit. I always swore that my mother had an affair with the milkman. But,
something with the milkman, huh?
Yeah, back then, yeah.
Well,
I look too much like my father to prove that it was the milkman.
So what are you doing for fun nowadays? Now you're not working and retired.
Not much. I take a walk almost daily and clean up around the yard. I'm kind of my shrink told me I'm an introvert. I like to be by myself. In this service, I was a tunnel rat, so I like the dark. I like the caves.
Well, life is definitely less complicated that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I do, just so you have a heads up, Henry, I'm a national broker.
Yeah.
So that allows me to shop every A-rated company nationwide for the lowest cost. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'll do all that for you today. I'll ask you some medical questions, and then kind of based off your age and health, I'll kind of find out what you can qualify for.
Yeah.
Okay. And the way to look at this is it's the cheapest it's going to be right now, because as we get older, it gets more expensive. Does that make
more
sense?
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, because your longevity is pretty well shortened.
That's true. We never know. We never know what tomorrow may bring. I wish.
Right. Yeah.
I'd buy some lotto tickets if I could predict the future. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would too.
All right.
Weren't any good.
Now, Henry, all the programs I'm about to go over with you today, they're on a voluntary basis. So this means if you see a need for it, like most applicants do, and you want to protect your sons and leave the equity to them, then we'll find a plan and see if we can get you approved for it today. Does that make sense?
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. On the other hand, if you don't want to protect your kids and we'll just fill out an office report card and close your file. But either way, we need you to make a decision today if you want to get a policy or not, as it's unfair because of demand to make additional appointments for every client, especially when you get to pick a plan that fits your budget. Does that sound fair?
Sounds fair.
Any questions on that?
No.
Okay. Now, once we find a plan or when we do, protect your kids, the insurance company asks for three things. They're going to ask for a driver's license, check criminal background, a social is how they check your prescription records, and a bank account to obviously pay for the policy, and to check for fraud to make sure no one's taking a policy out in your name. So any questions or concerns on that?
No.
All right. Well, let's get into it here. What's your height and weight right now?
Height is 5'5", weight 182.
182. And smoker or non-smoker?
Non-smoker.
Okay. Now, be honest with me about your prescriptions because they're going to double check it. And I want to put you in the best plan possible. But what prescriptions are you currently taking?
Quite a few. You got a minute?
I got a minute. You're my last one of the night. We got all the time in the world.
Hang on.
See, I'm just following that script exactly to a T. Literally. It flows good. I like it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right. You still here?
I'm here.
Okay. I start off with vitamin D.
Got it.
D3. One every other day is 25 mcg.
Got it.
I take folic acid, 1 tablet a day,
Okay.
and that's let's see, doesn't say the amount, but it's just 1 milligram.
Okay. Got it.
I take it's CETIRIDINE hydrochloride, 10 milligrams.
Okay. Can you spell that one more time? That's a little too fast.
Yep, it's CETIRIDINE HCl 10 milligrams.
Is that like a water pill?
No, it's I think this is the one for my neuropathy.
Helps out with the diabetic neuropathy.
Yeah.
Okay. RIZ. Hold on one second. Let me look this one up here. Yeah. All right. Antihistamine. I think that's just allergy medication, actually.
That one, let's see. I'll let you know in 1 second.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right, actually.
Allergy.
It is.
Okay.
Allergy, yeah.
Okay. Keep going.
All right, the next one is lisinopril, 30 milligrams. That's for blood pressure. It's LISINOPRIL, 30 milligrams daily.
Yep. Lisinopril, got that one.
And then it's omeprazole, 20 milligrams.
I got that one. I know that one very well.
Yeah. Then there's atorvastatin calcium,
Got
80 milligrams.
statin for cholesterol. Got it.
Yeah. And then I get, okay, this is midodrine, hydrochloride, 5 milligrams.
Okay. Spell that one for me.
Yeah, it's MIDODRINE, hydrochloride, 5 milligrams. That's for, neuropathy.
Neuropathy. Okay. Let me look that one up here real quick. DODRINE. All right.
It's of the brain.
Sudden fall, blood pressure. Mercury causes blood vessels tighten. Increase blood pressure. So that's something to do with your blood pressure, possibly. But if you have a low blood pressure, it raises it.
Oh, well, what it does is I had training spells. So if I stand or sit in one position for too long, say if I'm sitting and then I stand, the brain and the heart don't communicate.
And this is why we Google, because everything he thinks they're for, they're not for.
Till everything resolves itself, then I get up and continue on.
Yep. Okay, what's your next one?
The next one is for blood pressure, and it's hydrochlorothiazide, 25 milligrams.
Hydrochlorothiazide. Okay, got that one. Water pill, got it.
Yeah, and then it's alpurinol.
Alpurinol's for gout, got that.
Yep, got that, and that's it.
Okay. Are you taking any medications for diabetes?
Oh yeah, I take Novolog.
Novolog.
And that's it works. It's the fast acting one. So just before I eat, I take my blood sugar, and then I go from there. I'm on a sliding scale.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I take Lantus. 8 milligrams at night. That's a long lasting.
All right, Lantus, got you, the long-acting. And then have you taken a medication called gabapentin?
No, I'm allergic to that.
Okay. So they tried it, you tried out gabapentin a while ago, right?
We might have, yeah, but I don't take that one.
Okay.
I can't. It doesn't like me.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, do you have any outstanding debt, like credit cards or any major debt payments that you're kind of taking a bunch of your bills right now?
The only one I just got a letter from IRS, and I'll be taking care of that. So there'll be no outstanding debt.
So we're good there. What about life insurance? What do we have in place for life insurance?
I've got different policies. I probably got maybe 30,000 on life insurance.
Okay.
Between all the policies.
That just covers all your final expenses and stuff?
Yeah.
Good there. Do you have anything that acts like insurance, like an old 401k or?
No, none of that.
Okay. Any COVID in the last year?
No, I've had all the shots though.
Good.
I'm 100% service connected, so I get all my meds for free.
Good. Well, thank you for your service. I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
Last 10 years, we have any heart attacks, stents, congestive heart failure, bypass, pacemaker, regular heartbeat?
No, none. And I just had my heart check. I just went through a chemical stress test, and I got the results. Everything's good.
Okay. Any angina, cancer, stroke, or oxygen?
No.
Any inhalers for asthma, COPD?
COPD. Well, they say it's asthma. I take, I forgot about that one. Hang on.
Okay. See how often they forget? Like, this medication's for this. I don't think it's diabetic neuropathy. It isn't.
I used to take Symbicort, but now they changed it. It's cheaper. It's WIXELA.
WIX what?
WIXELA.
ELA.
It's also it's okay. It's FLUTICASONE. Then it's PROPIONATE and salmeterol inhalation powder.
Gotcha. Okay. And did they say it was more asthma related or COPD?
They said it was more asthma related.
So do you tend to take it as needed or daily?
I take it twice a day, morning, 1 puff, and at night, 1 puff.
Okay. Okay. All righty. Well, I don't think you have the diabetic neuropathy. Nothing popped up for neuropathy. It seemed like you got all your toes and everything?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's no feel, the feeling in the feet are gone, basically.
Okay. So you got nothing in the feet area. What about any liver problems, kidney problems?
Kidney, stage 4.
Stage 4 for kidney. Okay.
Yeah, but it's been holding stage 4 now for 2 years or more.
Okay.
I see my kidney doctor next week.
Okay.
But I've been behaving. So
which one's the worst stage? Is it stage 1 the worst or stage 4 the worst?
Stage 4 is the worst.
Okay.
After that, it's dialysis.
Dialysis. Okay. All right. Well, we don't have too many options here because of
Yeah, I know. I
the
run into that problem when I go for life insurance.
right. Yeah. Oh, I do both. So either way, we're gonna be okay.
All right.
But let's let me do some research here. We'll see what's available here.
Okay.
So we got the kidney stage 4. So what are they doing for the kidney? Just kind of keeping an eye on it?
Just keeping an eye on it. Yeah, making sure my A1C is where it should be, and everything else. And so far, so good.
Okay.
It's been like 30 years being diabetic, so that's taking its toll on it.
Starting to take the toll on the kidneys, right?
Yeah.
And the feet with a little bit of that numbness down
Yeah,
there.
with a little bit of yeah.
All right, let's go check. We got kidney. So what do they call your kidney? They call it kidney disease or disorder or failure or what?
Let's see, kidney disease.
Kidney.
Stage 4 is going to a failure of the kidney. But
Okay.
right now, it's just a disease of the kidney.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, looks like your mortgage is, so if something happened to you, your kids will most likely sell the house, right?
More than likely.
Okay. So,
Yeah, it's going to be left to them in a will to do what they want. They can either live with it or sell it. And more than likely, will sell it.
gotcha. Well, I mean, the major things for you is, going to be the kidney disease that is harder to get. Also the,
The blood pressure.
no, blood pressure is fine.
Okay.
More the neuropathy, but usually people take gabapentin.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't take that.
Yeah. So basically what people tend to do is they go with what's called equity protector. And what it's designed to do, my mom has one on her house too. But if something happens to her, what it does is it pays the mortgage payments for the house for like a year.
Okay.
And that just
All
basically, because right now we're in a hot market, but we're probably about to go in a cold market, because it's on its way.
Yeah.
So back in 2009, it took 24 months to sell a house. So, we want to give your kids some time to clear it out, clean it up, fix it, list it, and sell it. So that if we cover the mortgage for at least a year, they don't have to be out of pocket $1,387 a month.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so let me see what's available here, and we'll see if it makes sense here.
All right.
All right, so let's see what this one comes back as. It's going to cover the loan for at least 12 months.
Yep.
That's $216 a month.
216.
Yeah, and that's going to be guaranteed to pay out forever. Never drops in coverage, and it lasts forever. Okay.
All right, it won't go up. And it won't go up. It's going to stay there.
It won't go up. Nope. So what the way this one works, it's through AIG. They're the cheapest one. It's with the conditions you got. But the way it works is the first 2 years, if something happens to you, God forbid, like natural cause way, like a cancer, it's going to give all the money back to your kids plus 10% interest. 10% interest. You make 10% on your money, which is better than the stock market right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Now, if you die of an accident, then it pays out the full amount that's going to cover the mortgage for 2 years. For a year. Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that 2-year period, you have full coverage, and then it's guaranteed to last the rest of your life.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do you think that's a good starting point or enough time?
Yeah, I think I could. Yeah, I could probably do that.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get you approved for it first. Okay.
Yeah, that would help, huh?
That's the first step here.
Yeah.
All right. And then that way if something happens, you got a savings account with 10% interest for 2 years, accidental pays out to the boys. And then after 2 years, it's a guaranteed policy that covers the mortgage payments for them. Okay.
Okay.
And you do have some existing life insurance in place, right?
Yes.
Okay. And are you a U.S. citizen?
Understand modern technology.
Okay, it just popped up. It said, congratulations, you're approved.
Okay,
Write down your policy number, okay?
I'm ready.
It's 6, and that's with it's American General Life, okay? But it's AIG. They're A-rated company, be around forever.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll just repeat it back here.
you got it. Yep. So just let them know that you got that in place so that it covers the mortgage payments for that first year, so they can figure
Yeah.
out what to do with the house. If for
Yeah.
some reason you don't have a mortgage payment, then it's going to pay out a lump sum of $17,000. Okay.
Okay.
So if you pay off the house or something, it will still pay out to the kids because it lasts forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just know you got 10% interest on the first 2 years, better than stock market, which is great. And then full coverage accidental from the start. And then after 2 years, you get the whole thing paid out. Now I got to do a couple extra things before you go. I got to send a protection notice over to you and read it to you. So hold on 1 second. Let me send this off to you. Okay. And I'm actually going to text you my contact. Make sure you save that in your phone.
Will do.
So if you need anything at all, you just give me a quick call. It has my address, phone, email, all that stuff in one spot. Okay.
All right.
So if you're, let me get that sent to you first, and then I'll send over. Okay.
Yep.
Sent that to you, and then protection notice here.
I just got it.
Perfect. Yeah. Open that, save it. So you can call me anytime. Okay. So the insurance protection notice says, if any sales rep or agent from another company suggests that you cancel, cash in, or discontinue your mortgage protection policy, please be very cautious of any future replacement attempt. What do you want to look for? On the phone, they tell you they're a supervisor or manager and need to check the work for review. No one will call you to service this policy except for the licensed agent that gave you this form, which is me. So I'm the only one that will call you about it. Okay.
Okay.
Um,
That was going to be one of my questions.
Yeah.
I've been getting mail from all these other companies for time to.
Yeah, you can ignore those now. Yeah, throw them in the trash because you're covered now.
All right.
Yeah, you want to be cautious out there too. So that's why I'm sending this to you. So I'm your guy for life now. Anything you need, you call me.
Okay.
Agent tells you they should cancel your policy and go with their company for lower premium. This is the lowest premium with your medical condition. So be cautious of that. Agent tells you they're from a lender or bank, can offer you a better deal. Banks just do lending. You got to go through insurance brokers to do insurance. Okay. Right. Always ask for the agent's life insurance license. They should provide that a copy during the appointment or before, which we did. And you can always confirm the insurance license number of the Department of Insurance. Just Google, look up licensed agent in your state and type in their license and national producer number. While replacement may be beneficial, there's many reasons a cancellation replacement may not be in your best interest, and you need to have all the facts. So this notice is for your awareness. Okay. Any questions on that?
No.
Okay. So now, so just so you're aware of it, Henry, you're actually a member of Family First Life now. And what we specialize in is retirement planning, mortgage protection, life insurance, final expense, all kinds of stuff. But once you're a member, you get free needs analysis for friends and family. So what was your, I know your son's names now, but what was Jesse's phone number real quick, and I'll let him know that he qualified for the free needs analysis.
Yeah.
Do you have his phone number?
I do, but I do. Hang on.
Okay. And it's just a free service. I mean, if they get a policy, great. If they don't, they don't. But hey, they qualify for it, so let's get them the free needs analysis.
All right. His phone number is 603.
Okay, and then what was Shane's?
It's 603.
Perfect, got that. And then, did you want to give that to your sister too?
No, this is fine.
Just your kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the future, if you have anybody just know you're a member now, so you can give out the free needs analysis to anybody. Okay.
Okay.
And then if you can, just text your sons, let them know you got that in place. You got it through Ryan.
Yeah.
I'll reach out. I'll have Valerie reach out to them in the next couple of days. Let them know it's available for the free needs analysis. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Henry. If you need anything, you just give me a quick call. Okay.
I will.
Thank you.
You have a good night with your kids.
You too. I will. We're gonna try making some more dinner tonight. See how it goes.
There you go.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. Bye. And I got 2 free leads.